What's up, boys? Today we're going to be creating the Immortal Dwarven God for real this time, Juggernaut, for the extra armor and life region class mastery. I'm going for the reload shield overclock on the two gunner weapons that can get it, both the Bulldog and the Leadstorm. Ideally I get the Leadstorm later on since it's just a utility weapon to multiply my armor here, not really a main weapon. But I definitely want a projectile weapon as my main weapon this time. So Thunderhead or the Lead Bursters would be fantastic. And also the Burst Fire would probably be pretty good as well. We want to get a lot of projectile fire rate. And then if we get a decent amount of damage also, the weapons will probably have pretty good damage still. But the main thing is I'm trying to avoid reload speed on them and get a ton of fire rate, so they're constantly reloading and giving me the extra armor. Looking to grab some red sugar cube artifacts early on to get permanent HP throughout all of the levels hopefully. And that's about it. We want the ration pack of course as well, since that's the only way to increase regen and gives a nice amount of life. And gold scanners would also be very good since that allows you to buy even more HP and armor. Usually have to come back and finish these off later when there's that many rocks to dig through early on, it feels like. I'll try and pull the Praetorians through the rocks over there so they'll finish it off for me. Then it should be clean for me to come back a bit later.
Prepare to fight for your life. A big swarm is approaching.
Burst fire? We can do that. That also opens the possibility to get a better weapon as the third one, and then get sidearm for that to increase the damage of everything by 25% if I want to do that. So if I get Lead Bursters or Thunderhead, I could still go into those if I really wanted. But the Burst Fire is definitely usable. Pretty much the same as the Zukov, but it has different damage conversions. However, it also has the Piercing Shots upgrade, which gives you 100% increase to your piercing, which makes it a much better AoE weapon. Decent proj damage. I don't think I want any of these. Fire rate is good, but I would prefer to get that later on. Movement speed would be pretty painful. Okay, gold scanner, fantastic. We have a little bit of mining speed to go with it already. I don't think I'm going to be getting any mining weapons. I tried the coil gun with this last time and it wasn't bad, but with the minus 50% range it definitely wasn't great either, and with no access to other beam weapons, I just don't think it's going to be amazing. Thankfully no shellback because I am quite weak right now. Need to move sort of to the side so that the burst fire is constantly hitting them when possible. Up and down and left and right. Fire rate, definitely want that on the Bulldog so we can empty the ammo quickly. See if I can get them over some detonators while they're in the area.
Get it wrapped up, miner. The longer you stay, the harder it gets.
I don't know if I can get the angle over there without taking a ton of damage. We are not immortal yet, so I still have to be pretty careful. Reload. Oh, that's the burst fire. That's perfect for that, actually. Just avoiding it on the Bulldog and the Leadstorm.
They're getting worse, miner. You need to move.
hard to finish off gold on this level. Big damage or a bit of luck. I could probably use some help with the elites here. Luck would probably pay off more in the long term. Alright, now let's go for some rocks and some detonators to try and finish this. They are getting pretty ramped up now. Don't know if I can really squeeze in there. We can go for some rocks up here. Reload or damage. Some okay hits. Ooh, that was not great to kill the detonators right there. Don't want reload on that one. We'll take a decent HP for the tank build. Big mining speed. I think I do need a lot of that to go with the gold scanner and no mining weapon.
The threat level just went up.
Try and land some shots and then pull him through the detonators now. Big fire rates. There we go, the lead storm. Ideally the fourth weapon, but I'll take it. Take the luck. We need a lot of that for even better upgrades throughout the run. Pretty close. We'll go for one more sweep here. Reload, don't want that. We do want a lot of burst fire. Big piercing, that's not bad. There we go, reload shield. Looking for 2 copies of that for maximum armor. Pickup is pretty handy right here. Definitely want some of that too. I think I'll go some more mining speed, damage for that. Actually, I don't really need any more overclocks now that I have that one on the bulldog. Nope. Fire rate's fine, but we definitely want a lot of armor, and that's higher.
You made short work of stage 1. Well done, miner.
Paint job and fire rates are great there. I'll take some kinetic. Luck, definitely. Paint job. Ooh, we got them both very quickly. Nice. Then we can grab a burst fire. Oh wait, no, I'm 2 off. Oops. A little bit of gold left. Not much here. I'll just grab that and move on.
There's beasties to shoot and work to be done. Get to it, miner.
And with just a few mining upgrades, we can already mine almost as fast as we can move. Combined with no movement upgrades. That should give a fair amount of extra gold. Main weapon is still level 5, so that's a bit on the weak side. Big crit damage.
Too much crap in the way. Supplies can't land. Clear it out, miner.
You know, I might wonder if this would actually be better as the weapon specialist. If you can get the gun platform, that would mine out a lot faster, but you would give up some base tank stats for potentially a bit more gold throughout the run. Grudges, I guess I'll go with that. It's not ideal this early on, but it does fit the build. I definitely don't want those. I don't think I want that, so probably something projectile based. Could go the lead burster. I'd be missing throwable to really maximize that. But I'll see what kind of upgrades I get for both the burst fire and lead burster, then probably decide on one of those two. If I immediately get sidearm at level 6 on that, I'm probably going lead burster. Since I haven't really gotten many levels into that yet anyways.
Swarm is heading your way. Load up. I needed that. Well done. You got them all.
Now we should have a pretty nice area to move around in the center, but I actually do want to take damage every once in a while for the damage passive and the GRUDGE's XP. But just small hits. Let's grab a bit of movement. Pull them through the detonators to get some early damage. Fire rates, see what we got here. If I go fire, then that would make it a lot harder to scale the other weapons at the same time, so I guess I'm going clip size and focusing the burst fire then. Level 7 versus 1, and we didn't get the sidearm available for it.
Time's running out, Miner. The bugs are getting worse.
Reload or kinetic. If I can get a good overclock on that, it would still be pretty helpful.
The clock's ticking, Miner. Get it wrapped up.
Piercing, I'll probably grab that.
My scanner is overloading, Miner. Gotta move on.
Oh yeah, I should check what my armor is when they're both reloading if possible. 171. Fire rate, definitely want a lot of that. That is my main stat now.
The bugs are getting worse.
Oh, that and armor. That's my main damage stat. Reload on that's fine. Don't want to take the global since it'll put it on the two weapons I don't want it on. If I can kill some detonators here, that could potentially kill a lot of bugs for me.
Gotta move it, Miner. The bugs are gunning for you.
Piercing, that's fantastic on the main weapon. burst fire. I'll take that. Fire rate for projectiles. Let's grab a bit more pickup radius since there's about to be a lot of XP here that I'm gonna leave behind. That or reload speed. I guess we take damage on that. Since I'm full projectiles this time, the Bulldog should actually have some decent damage here. And the Lead Storm will at least help clear in front of me, although it's usually pretty weak damage-wise. Fire rates. Don't really need the levels there, I'll grab a bit of crits. Definitely armor and burst fire. I could probably use some more movement. Burst fire. And we can check that. Got the triple, so that's pretty nice as well. Kind of out of gold, so I'll grab a bit of damage and move on.
There's work to be done. Up and at 'em, miter.
Mission control, you surly bugger. This one's for you. Go.
Ooh, pretty early hoarder as well.
We got the horda.
Fire rate, I kinda do want a lot of that on it. Sure.
I'm gonna be the best survivor.
I guess we go armor here.
Growing stronger.
Shame because there are some pretty nice blue artifacts here. I think both of the tanky things, the red sugar cube and the clipboard of grudges, are blue. Gold scanner's blue, so you can get all of those off of the hoarder.
Hello and good.
Sure.
Too much crap to send in the supply pod. Clear out the LZ, please.
Your own fault for being
Oh, the rocks are barely in the circle.
what a shot.
Another grudges. Actually, coupons will give me a lot of extra tank stats combined with the gold scanner.
This is a rare treat.
Burst fire.
Work hard.
Prepare to fight for your life. Big swarm is approaching. The exit completed.
Decent damage.
Big swarm detected. Lock up and get ready.
Think you can kill me? Well, think you
Did
can.
they make red sugar cube rare or something? Because I just literally can't find it when I'm actually looking for it. Fire rate, sure. pretty nice fire rate for that one.
Don't get this wrapped up soon. It's all over, miner.
Now we just mine lots of gold. Bit more mining speed to go with all of that movement speed.
Be happy you can't see my scanner. But I advise
Burst
that
fire
miner,
into an overclock. Piercing makes it a lot better at AoE. 6 will go up to 12. Don't think I want to swap over to sidearm with it at level 12 already. Oh yeah, they're getting pretty low. Need to head up for the magnet now. Another burst fire paint job, I suppose. Running through the swarm makes me stronger and gives me more XP.
objective completed, miner. Get to the drop pod before
Another
it
burst
gets
fire. Get that one up to 18, and the AoE will be much nicer now with all the piercing on it. Probably fire rate there. I could get fire rate reload on that. I'm not sure if that even really helps since it increases the reload as well. Ooh, big reload for the burst fire. See if I can take a few hits here for even more damage and XP. I guess damage on that. Yeah, I guess that probably wouldn't really change anything. I think firing for twice as long, but reloading slightly slower would actually be bad for you. I'm not sure if there's any sort of stat threshold you could reach where that would actually be good, but I'm just gonna go the gas rerouting.
stage 4, miner.
Burst fire, fire rates. Burst fire into the massive fire rate and spiral pattern. Proj damage is fine. I'll take fire rate on that just because it's funny.
Let me try again.
Bit more mining and some fire rates and some kinetic. Try to find some defensive stats. Not really.
Want it.
Probably don't want to reroll anymore.
You've got work to do and quotas to meet. You have your
So we're at a base of 69 armor. Nice. Then with both reloading, we're at 207 already. And we still have a lot more fire rate to grab as well.
Swarm's heading your way. Load up.
Another fire rate. detonator there. Probably, well, armor? Yeah, it's cooler. I mean, they're good damage. I just want, like, scanners or the red sugar cube here pretty badly. Not really. No, definitely not that. Oh, ration is great. We'll grab that to lock in the light region. Man, I just really can't find the blue artifacts that I want. So that gives me 24 light region. More HP. Bunch of shellbacks to steal my salt away. I don't think I found a single red sugar cube in the other Juggernaut run. I'm already 4 stages deep with a bunch of rerolls without seeing one here either. Man, that thing is rare when you want it. There's a magnet in the top, right? Or is that a different one? Probably some more fire rate on that. I guess that was the last stage. Gotta manually pick up everything here. No, don't want to reload there. Fire rate, definitely. Actually, want to get my passive back up as well so I can slaughter them even faster. Decent crit damage.
Gather up your spear and get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave. Stage 4 is done. Onwards to stage 5 we go.
Luck, fire rates. Nah, barely have any nitra, so we'll save that for the burst fire.
It's calling to me. Gonna roll the dice
Luck.
on this one.
Bit of XP, it's still
I'm gonna do
fairly
something
early.
epic with this. What else we got?
And just not a lot of tank upgrades. Grab the luck and the HP. It's only level 8. Probably not going to be huge here. I'll save the nitra for the burst fire or some scaling artifacts, I think.
Destroy its cocoons. Kill them all, miner.
So with both reloading, we're now at 216. Fire projectile. Bulldog and Leadstorm should have a fair amount of damage here. I can certainly empty the clip pretty quickly. I guess another grudges. Burst fire. Trying to avoid the dreadnought for a bit so I can farm a little bit more if I can. Going to want a lot of the Juggernaut damage buff up here if possible. But my AoE damage is also getting pretty high now. 22, that's not too bad for a slasher. Do have a lot of regen as well, fire rates. $39 for a rollie, that kinda hurts. Probably avoid those elites. I guess kinetic damage. Yeah, pretty hard for me to run into any of the really weak enemies now. Sure. think those little claw things actually have a pretty weak hit if you can run through them. Ooh, armor. Puts me at 234 with double reloads. And he's going to die. Nothing I can do now.
Satisfied. The drop pod is arriving. Get moving. It won't hang around.
That one hurts a bit. I think probably kinetic here. Mining's not bad. Honestly, it's funnier. Try and get the mining up to movement speed.
Impressive work, miner. The Dreadnought never knew what hit it.
Armor, don't really care.
Let's shake it up.
I guess a bit of XP is fine. Fire rate, definitely. That's all bulldog. I could grab some more fire rate for it.
What else we got?
Fire rates, fire rates.
Special. What else?
Burst fire is good.
Perfect dwarf.
And get some more reload for that.
What else?
Just not finding a lot of armor or HP here when I really want it.
Nothing for me here. Let's try again.
I guess some XP.
This is perfect for my build.
There's work to be done. Up and at 'em, miner.
Wonder what stuff they're serving in the campaign.
Like a single stage 1 red sugar cube would give me almost 50% more HP over the course of an entire run. I'm stuck at 490 even with a good amount of gold.
Big swarm detected. Bug 'em and get ready.
I did get one, but stage 6... It's not amazing, but it's still a decent increase. Getting one on the first stage would give me over twice as much HP as that one gives now. Ooh, pretty good gold, or a third clipboard of grudges. Huh. It's probably better, but that's cooler. So we got the trifecta for that one. Got some permanent HP coming in.
Swarm is approaching.
Burst fire.
The swarm is heading your way. Load up.
On the spray, and it gives me a lot of XP. It's not too bad, I just need to be careful about how fast it damages me. Big fire rates? Sure. I'm up a little bit of XP, up to 20 now. Don't really care here. Maybe reroll that to look for some armor or something. That's actually quite a bit of damage with them super clumped up there. Let's probably try and play this a bit safe so I don't actually die here, even though I'm almost invincible. More fire rates.
That elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a beer on the house when you make it back. If you make it back.
Fire rate.
Show me more.
Burst fire stats, armor, HP.
What else we got?
Nah.
Nothing for me here. Let's try it.
Nah. Oh, burst fire. That's
You don't see
fine.
these? What else?
Another burst fire and some
I'm gonna do
HP.
something. Let me try again.
HP. I may as well with the triple grudges.
Gonna roll the dice
More
on
armor.
this one.
There's beasties to shoot and work to be done. Get to it, miner.
I forgot my lunchbox.
I'm doing it like Path of Exile mapping, where I clear the outside of the circular map, then move to the inside so I don't miss any spots.
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching.
Much better.
That's 270 with both of them. Not actually that much with two multipliers on that. But I at least have some decent HP now. And even with very little damage from the shop, the weak guys aren't really even getting close to me. Pretzel would be very good, ammo rig would be very good. I don't want that because it'll give a ton of reload speed to those. Pills are okay, but I don't think they're necessary. Probably take the extra piercing out of these. Even better AoE. Oh, it's not bad. Especially since I have the best overclock on it already. Oh yeah, look at that piercing. 18 for the first fire. Paint job into second overclock. I guess I may as well give it really high piercing with the artifacts. So that's 22 for those.
Threat level increasing.
Think you can kill me? Well, think again.
Be happy you can see my scanner. But I advise that you move, miner.
Honestly, I don't think I really care what your scanner shows. Kinda just running through all the bugs anyways.
You need to move it. The bumps are evolving.
More burst fire.
I rarely pick one piece. Don't die.
All tasks complete. Stage finished. The drop pod is prepped and ready. Get on it before it leaves.
It's getting pretty hard to see the dangerous guys in here. I don't really want to be running through the Praetorians, since those guys are still a lot of damage to me. And there's just so many numbers with all this piercing and fire rate now.
The drop pod is about to leave. Get your ass moving, miner.
I can probably grab that with my pickup radius.
That elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a beer on the house when you make it back. If you make it back.
Fire rate for the burst fire,
Nope. Try again.
damage and piercing.
Nothing for me here.
Just want
Let's
HP
try
and armor, and I guess fire rate,
What else?
but I am not really finding any. That's all nitro when I have 0 nitro. Sick.
I want another go.
Don't care.
Kinda roll the dice on
Wow, I didn't get a single HP or armor upgrade in all of that, and it's 55 for a reroll. That's kind of insane.
Have an atom, miner.
No wonder no one plays tanks or queues for dungeons as them. It's so hard to find actual tank stats. Oh, by the way, the League of Legends Swarm mode is out now, and after you do a few matches, you can get a matchmaking for it with up to 4 players, and there actually are kind of tank and support builds in the game. Seraphine has an AoE shield plus movement speed increase, and then you can scale that up a bit by increasing her ability haste and her HP. Leona has some nice HP scaling stuff, and then she can shield herself based on her HP, and ability haste of course works for that as well. Pretty cool game so far. I will say it's pretty stat and gear dependent. You can't really fully avoid the enemies just by having good movement or good foresight or anything. They kind of spawn in a way that you literally can't avoid them sometimes. So it's pretty heavy on the meta progression. But I've been enjoying it so far, and you can play with up to 4 players, which is pretty cool. Oh yeah, I actually played Briar in there as well, and she's extremely cool for a bullet heaven character. She plays very similar to the base League game, where you're like kind of enraging and going berserk and then lifesteal tanking enemies, which is really cool. I've never seen something like that in the bullet heaven before. Weapon box? I don't know if that would really be good, but I'm out of rerolls anyways and don't want that, so I may as well. Shock Fits. With slowing nearby enemies. Oh yeah, there was an elite over there that wasn't moving, so that could be a hoarder? Or it might have just been an elite that was trapped. Looks like it was probably just trapped then. Oh, it was like a mini elite as I was dropping the supply pod. I guess the cooling effect will actually keep the elites further behind me, so I can stall out the level for longer. That's actually not bad. Like, they're barely taking any damage right now. They're ramped up enough, I do want to get some damage on them now. And the massive piercing burst fire should make that pretty easy. Yeah, let's go ahead and pull them through the detonators over there. Fire rates? I do want to be able to eventually kill the boss, though. Yeah, you definitely need to turn the damage graphics off at this point so you can avoid the high damage guys with all the numbers flying everywhere. Definitely avoid the Praetorians, probably try to avoid the slashers as well. Then just walk through the trash mobs for a bit of extra XP and damage. More armor and HP, finally some of those.
Let me try again.
HP.
Show me more.
Fire rate on that's kind of
Now
cool.
This is a rare treat. What else we got?
Burst
I'm gonna do
fire,
something
don't
epic. Gotta
care.
roll the dice on this one.
Lifetime, ew. Fire rate,
This one suits me best. Let me try again.
burst fire,
I just became a better dwarf.
don't really
Nothing
care.
for me here. Let's try again.
Out of Nitra,
Try again.
I
This
guess.
one.
The reroll is getting extremely expensive now.
Get it done, miner.
Wonder what stuff the 7 can't take on. Never felt better.
Look at the XP rain down as I run through a bunch of trash mobs. Or fire rates, or a big crit damage.
The scout just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Super gas. Let's show them some pain.
We can't send in supplies until you clear out the landing zone.
That's a lot of Praetorians.
Swarm's heading your way.
What a shot.
Ooh, big fire rate. That'll dump the clips for those so that I have the armor up even more often. No way I'm avoiding the magnet with my pretty big pickup radius.
Objective completed.
So all we have left to really look for is I think the pretzel for extra armor based on missing HP would be really cool. Would give massive armor while low on HP. More HP. See how bad the spray is now and farm a bit of XP with it. Minus 28, that's quite a bit. But I do have 3 clipboards of grudges. Take a nice little shower again for some more XP. Aw, my shower's clogged now. No more XP.
Objective completed, miner. Get to the drop pod before it heads back to orbit.
Fire rate, sure.
What I needed.
Rapid burst fire is probably fine on reload. Half a second. All the upgrades for that.
Gather up your beard and get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave. That elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a beer on the house when you make it back.
Alright, final stage, more piercing,
Best. I want another go.
armor.
Rare.
Ooh, fire rate to empty that one faster into a second overclock. I don't think I want either of those. More fire rate, perfect.
This one. What else?
No.
Let's shake it up.
HP,
Gimme.
I
I'm
guess.
a better dwarf than yes. Show me
Armor,
more.
fire rates.
Wee, nuts. More options.
Fire rates,
I rarely
and that's
go
about
for
it.
this one.
I could grab some reload for that one.
I rarely pick one of these.
The dreadnought will emerge when you destroy the small cocoons. And watch out for elites. Keep your cool. You will make it out just fine.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I even need to keep my cool here anymore.
Never felt better.
With another decent level up, we could reach 1,000 HP still. $315 armor with both of them. And my damage isn't even bad, since I'm using a projectile weapon this time. So we have all of the scaling on the utility weapons and the main weapon at the same time. Fire rates? Or that one could go up to 18. It has favorite and the thing that reduces fire rate and reload. I guess that's fine. Since it reduces both of them at the same time, it shouldn't really be a change. Pretzel? Aw, nope. No pretzel. Guess we go pickled nitra to blast the boss here. $52 damage with that much armor, wow. For a single slasher, I think was. I guess I may as well use my gold to reroll. I don't have any scaling with that. We can look for a little bit more armor, HP. That's okay, we can probably do better damage, nah. Fire rate? That's fine. And yeah, since it reduces them at the same rate, I don't think that really changes anything. Although 150% damage on a crappy weapon isn't really great either. Oh god, he's doing the thing. Is that triggered by this Juggernaut build or something? What the heck? It's gotta be a Juggernaut thing. There's no way this happened twice on identical runs, right? I mean, I can take a hit anyways. 190. It's not even that bad.
Objective completed. Drop pod has arrived. Get there now. It will leave without you.
Why isn't the lead storm firing there? Oh, the reduced weapon range. So final stats, 315 armor with both of them reloading, 925 HP. The red sugar came on like stage 6 or something. Getting it on stage 1 would have been over twice as much HP. 86% global fire rate, plus a ton on the projectiles. 2,400% fire rate on the burst fire. The piercing is fantastic to give it a ton of AoE, especially with the artifacts going with that. Maybe the gas rerouting for a 25% fire rate and reload speed would have been better, but that's okay. We got the very early reload shield on both of them, and that was pretty nice to have for once. Salvage that for even more fire rates. And that's about it. Triple clipboard of grudges. Ration pack is pretty good. Coupons to amplify my purchasing power. Ammo rig to run out of ammo even quicker.
Time's ticking, miner. Move it.
Level 84. The triple grudges probably wasn't worth it, but it did give some levels.
You've proven that one dwarf can do the work of 4 if we just give you enough guns. Management is pleased.
And we did take a lot of hits on some of those levels on that run. 212 million on the burst fire on a tank build, wow. 38 probably could have been better, but it did have the best overclocks for pure AoE damage there. About 1 million dot from the shock fence. Total of 20 million on those two. I guess they really don't do a lot of damage even with all the projectile stuff. You need some reload speed for them. I think the Bulldog actually isn't that bad if you actually scale it up, but I don't think it's top tier. And the overclocks actually reduce their DPS as well. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.